First, just try to understand Antifa, and then you tell me if they're a domestic terrorist group. Recently reported by independent journalist Ken Klippenstein, Trump requested a new budget of $12.5 billion for the FBI to push his new counterterrorism program. This includes a new center to monitor domestic terrorism threats, the NSPM-7 Joint Mission Center. And as Klippenstein writes, if your political views are practically anything other than Maga, you're on notice. This is something that mainstream media continues to neglect, but something that Klippenstein's reported on for months. In September 2025, Trump signed a national security directive called the National Security Presidential Memorandum 7, or NSPM-7. This memorandum identifies anyone who is anti-Christian, anti-American, anti-capitalism as domestic terrorists. Mr. Peanut lookalike and Joseph Goebbels fangirl, Stephen Miller, was quoted saying, "For the first time in American history, there's an all-out government effort to stop left-wing terrorism." Like a good Nazi propagandist, this of course is gaslighting. Recent research from the Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice at the University of Maryland revealed individuals adhering to left-wing ideology had 68% lower odds of engaging in violent behavior. And there's more data involving left-wing versus right-wing political violence from the conversation in this article here. But Trump's Department of Justice doesn't want us to know this information, and they do whatever they can to conceal it. Further, on September 2025, Trump officially designated Antifa as a domestic terrorist group. But Trump's executive order never even defined what Antifa was as an organization, because Antifa is an ideology, not an organization. There's no centralized leadership like most terrorist organizations. Yet Trump is quoted saying that they are insurrectionists, carrying out a campaign of violence. But according to a 2020 Congressional Research Service report, Antifa is a decentralized movement without clear structure, command hierarchy, or a leader. There is no funding, no publication, no headquarters. Even Christopher Wray, an ex-Trump appointed FBI director, called Antifa an ideology, not an organization. This is so fucking easy to understand, and yet powdery monotone and former 4chan incel, Stephen Miller, doesn't consider the Democratic Party a political party, rather a domestic extremist terrorist organization. He also ignorantly added that Antifa has extensive foreign ties. This is an attempt to help Trump designate Antifa as a foreign terrorist group. But to warrant that label legally, Antifa must be deemed a foreign organization engaged in terrorism against Americans, and that's something they have trouble with. As Jason Blazakis, former lead of the State Department office under Trump and Obama, points out, at best, Antifa is a movement of disparately linked individuals who are united based on ideology. We've not heard anybody from the administration really talk about Antifa's leadership and its organization structure. Senior administration officials have repeatedly described it as inherently domestic, which would make it difficult to suddenly declare it as a foreign entity.